Okay, here we go. Just doing a quick one. Only till about dinner time. And basically the goal is to test out the old SNES Classic. Seems like it's going well. And at the same time, what I can do is remember how the A Link to the Past actually works. I'm going to get into the randomizer for it pretty soon. But it's kind of good to know how the game's supposed to go before you start tearing it apart. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm early today. This is the third Zelda game. I wound up playing it fourth though, because I didn't get a Super Nintendo until a little later than most. But I had a Game Boy, so I wound up playing Link's Awakening before this. And it's a little weird because there are certain things in Link's Awakening that are carried over from this game that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me at the time, but then when I played Link to the Past, I was like, oh no, I get it now. I understand. Then it's kind of the same, how many years in the future? How many years in the future did Link Between Worlds come out? It's like 5 years ago now, wasn't it? Been a while. They're like 20 years apart, the two games. And there's plenty of stuff in Link Between Worlds that's also directly from this game. I had a little trouble with like the resolution size, getting SNES Classic to run on with my capture card, but it's working now. The what you see is as it is on my screen with the black bars and all. It's the right aspect ratio and the like. Here's a good old Aghanim. I don't know how many years it was before I realized that he's wearing like a headband or a tiara or something, and that's not his face. Alright. Let's just see how far we get before I get hungry. So apparently this is getting broadcast to both Link and his uncle. I can imagine Zelda's just yelling into this room. Bonk. I'm certain that Lonk began as somebody just, typoing, since I and O were next to each other on the keyboard. They figured, you know what? No, next time I play Zelda, I'm going with Lonk. Get that lamp. There's something that you'll never see in regular gameplay, but it comes up on the randomizer all the time. The dark rooms don't actually have a light cone in them without the lantern. So if you don't start with a lantern, then you do start, kind of hosed. And apparently the uncle was taken out just by falling into that pit. If you can't handle falling into one pit, you will never make it through this journey. ₹5. Could have sworn there was something better than that. This tree. Sword guys, very dangerous. Hate it when they're just hiding in bushes waiting for you. Oh yeah, it's the secret technique. There you go. You just hold it out and you spin around with it. Very secret. Don't tell anyone. Alright, so this, oh, it only goes for the bottom of the castle. I was like, do you get the whole thing, including the tower, all at once? But no. Bye. They'll never know I was here. I want to replace Link with Snake. I wonder what Snake would look like as a Link to the Past sprite. Boomerang. Alright, then we got the Iron Knuckle coming up here. He doesn't even get boss music or anything, he just stands there. But, you know, you can stun him with the boomerang, and there's nothing you can do about it. Inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. I do understand. I know all about wizards. So this is what? Link to the Past Zelda has brown hair, huh? I guess Zelda in New Smash is Link Between Worlds Zelda. That's right, not Link to the Past. Alright, on to the escape. I know these guys are just being controlled, but they're still in the way. So clearly the best way to get out of the castle is to go as far into the castle as you can. Now, I do like that Zelda tells you, hey, you know, if you just skip the chest in Link's house for no reason, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah, if you didn't have it, this would really be just completely dark. Sadness would ensue. And you'd be locked in. And again, I don't think I've ever gone here without a lantern. So maybe the game has a failsafe to stop you from coming in. I don't know. Oop. This room's got... Wow. It's got a snake that's just destroying me. That's a very powerful snake. Yes. Let us be careful. Swords out. Sparkles up. Run straight into a bat. So much for cautious. Alright. Could be this rat. Kind of stinks that you can't open this up right now. Nothing drops bombs in here. Once you get out into the world, though, there's all sorts of things dropping bombs. And I gotta get to 100 rupees, I think, before I get out of Kakariko. So it winds up being the case that you have to get bombs, but you can't get bombs until you leave. So then you have to wait until you get the Pegasus boots to get back in. Defeat the wizard. Got it. Alright, so we're looking for the Elder. Gotta get that Master Sword. And if you're familiar with modern Zelda games, or you can get the Master Sword, you gotta get 3 things. The credit card number, the expiration date, and the 3-digit syllabus. No, in this case it's 3 pendants of virtue. That's a weird thing. There are certain trees in the game that if you just yank on them, they will they'll spit out items. And the items they spit out depend on how many enemies you've defeated in a row without getting hit. How that got in the game, I don't know. It's just, you know, one of those things you just find by accident most of the time, or by watching lots of videos of Link to the Past. Alright, so while I'm here in the Lost Woods, I can pick up this mushroom. Anyone who wants it, I'm gonna give it to a witch. Trade that in for magic powder, which is one of the things that shows up again in Link's Awakening that I didn't realize came from this game. There's the hint for the chest. Purple chest has the last bottle in the game in it, but that's not for quite some time. Alright, on to Kakariko proper. Let's see, the guy we're looking for is, oh, first house. Very handy. And these bootleg Link Wanted posters are up. I love a good bootleg Wanted poster gag. That's my guilty pleasure of like anime trope nonsense. I love a crappy Wanted poster. Got that Sword of Evil's Bane in the forest. Yeah. Yeah, I comprehend. Of course I do. Oh yeah. I forgot that this is actually Blind's hideout. Oh, we'll meet him eventually. That should get me enough for a bottle and bombs. No, I need bombs before I go over there. That's right. Have I been with that? You bet I've been missing that. I've been missing bottles in my life. And now I got them. Everything's good. Magic bottle. Glad this person trusts me. Let's see, I need a shop. There's a shop here, right? Don't want to talk to that lady, she will call the guards. So once you have a bottle, you can talk to this kid and get the net. And I'm mainly going to use that to catch fairies. I do not trust myself to not just die all over the place. Just in case you didn't have 100 rupees, you also get a free bottle right here. It's quite convenient having those two things right next to each other. Really no shop? Oh well. Oh, there's some bombs. Great. Yeah, the next thing I need money for then is the flippers. You gotta have 500 for that. There are a lot of things to bomb in this village. So, like, there's a cracked wall down here. There's a house that you can bust the door open into. And there's the brothers down below. Gotta be a little judicious, I guess, with the use of bombs early on. But I'm gonna get as many heart pieces as I can. Memory serves, there are, I think, 10... Yeah, 10 dungeons with heart containers. And then the one in Sanctuary, and the rest are from pieces. There's a blacksmith to the right, but, can't do anything there yet. Oh, treasure chest game? No, maybe not. The ultimate in sibling quarrels is, like, the only thing you can really do, the absolute maximum length at which you can take the grudge, is to brick up the wall to your sibling's room. There we go. Already got another heart. Alright. So... Oh, I skipped a step. I don't think it's strictly necessary, but... Let's go ahead and get Sasrala on the map. Oh, that's the, tells you where to find the Zora. You know, I think construction projects really are the ultimate revenge. Like, that's some Edgar Allan Poe stuff right there. You just brick it up and you never see your brother again. Maybe tell him there's some wine over there. I don't know, I'm not an expert in, doing horrible things to people. Ah, there we go. You know what? I'm gonna catch a bee. There we go. We got a bee now. Now we have the power. Yeah, you're right. I haven't played The Sims. Is that a common thing in that game? Oh, let's see. I can't get in there. B%. Yep. It's all a matter of when I'm going to unleash that bee. I think this goes to fairies? I'll pick up a fairy as well. Oh no, that's just a great fairy. Never mind. Thought that went to a small fairy fountain. This is all good information. Gotta know before I go. Alright, let's see if I can turn in the mushroom. I think you can. Yes. Let's go do that. Okay. And I believe all you need to do to get it to trigger is just go screen to the left, screen to the right. Put a sim in a room or a pool and then remove the door or ladder. That's actually evil. Yeah, I never really, like after Sim City, I don't think I played Sim anything, really. Oh no, Sim Tower. I played Sim Tower. That was long before The Sims. Was The Sims, was that even worked on by the same people, or is it just in name only? Oh, that's another great fairy. I am looking for the shop. Oh, there's a shop by Lake Hylia. There we go. Grab them bombs. And I'm gonna unleash the bees on these guys. It's the bees. Oh, come back. Dang it. Oh. Oh well, I've lost that bee, but I'm sure there will be more bees. Here he is, Sahasrara. Searching for the Master Sword. Only with the 3 pendants. Yeah, I want to find it. Okay. We're going to get the green pendant from Eastern Palace. Then we're going to get the boots. And move around at incredible rates of speed. Interesting. Wonder whatever happened to Maxis. Is Maxis still around? Can't really check at the moment. Alright, first dungeon, Eastern Palace. No point going left or right. The gimmick of this dungeon is mainly just switches in the ground. It's also the home of big cash prizes. Okay, so I think you go to the right first. You can get like a map and other assorted good things. Big 20. Alright. So it's nice to have the powder because you can do that. Turn the anti-fairies into regular fairies. And that gives me a nice, safe backup for when I inevitably forget how to play this game at a crucial moment. There's the big chest. In Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds, you need a big key to open certain locked doors and the big chest in each dungeon that has the dungeon item. Or items. I think Ganon's Tower has 2. Alright, so there's a trick or something here that you can do. But I don't know how to do it. Like, you can get rid of these skeletons while they are off-screen by throwing pots at like empty spaces where they might appear. I don't know how it works or why it works. I just know it does work, and I can't do it. It is he. Here is a hint. Use the dungeon item to defeat the dungeon enemies. Incredible hint. Very well done. We got another dark room. So in here, it's a dark room, and you have to find the key under one of these pots. I don't actually know which one it is, and I'm trying to not have it be the last one. That would be embarrassing. Dang it, no! Okay, well, there's no real loss there. It's just slightly embarrassing. Alright, so I got the powder, so I don't have to release these. Like, normally you would, like, you hit a button or something and they all go flying all over the place. But you don't have to. Oh, we do have to do that. They're immune. How strange. Well. I guess I have to kill all the enemies then? I thought for sure that I could just run up and powder them. But I guess not. We have to fight this, tiny dude. Randomizer run had the big key. Ganon's Tower in a place that requires... Oh, I remember that one! Was that when it was, there was like a key item on the torch in Ganon's Tower? That was like a race. Or was it the Super Metroid Combo randomizer? I forget which one, but I know what you're talking about. That, it surpassed sad for sure and became big sad. Bookshelf. Oops. Alright, so I've got the key, but let's go get a big pile of cash, because that's how Link rolls. Still not enough for the flippers. But we'll get there. Getting close to the boss, it's just a straight shot through it. That guy was standing on the switch, but you could still hit it anyway. You gotta get 2 arrows in this guy. Ooh, almost. All the cool kids can take out both of them before they get to you, but I ain't that cool yet. Alright, so first boss, it's Armos Knights. Alright, so you want to kind of balance it out so that the last one has enough damage on it. Oops. So in theory, you can kill the last two almost simultaneously, so that the last one doesn't turn red. But again, I ain't that good. Let's go see about some boots. Alright. 400 years ago, Knights of Hyrule. Great War against Evil. I think that's supposed to be Ocarina of Time. And we get the Pegasus boots. Now, I guess there's shoes in this game. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. So, we will save and quit. That lets you go back to Sanctuary. Alright, now we can just kind of go crazy. Do whatever we want. Can't quite go to the dungeons out of order, though, because you do need the, oh, what are they called? The gloves. Power gloves. To get to Death Mountain. can't get in there yet. I thought maybe I could. But we've got the cash, so we can go to Zora. It is at this moment that I wish I had a bee. That's okay, though. Sample the red potion and just get the health back. Oh, can I not get there yet? I guess not. There's a lot more things behind the gloves than I remember. Well, that's okay then. Still faster to just start from Sanctuary this way. Alright, so things here that can still be done. So in this house you can bomb something. Actually, can I dash it? Get out of here. Whoops. Okay, no, you gotta use a bomb here. There's like small cracked walls and big cracked walls, and you can dash through one of them, but not the other. Finally here, a scenario where 10... Oops. You can catch this guy, now that you have the boots. I don't remember what you get for it. Let's see. Alright, so because we got quick feet... That's not useful. Oh, that is a shop. I knew there was a shop here. Thought that was a chicken coop for some reason. Getting mixed up with Dark World, so I think this can be blown up. Yeah, there we go. It's a good place to go and refill your stuff. But we want those here. Okay, got the Book of Medora. Like, the save and quitting has just been, it's been burned into my brain. I've watched too much randomizer at this point to not do it. Can't stop myself. I'm gonna keep getting more heart pieces whenever I can. This is kind of an innocuous area right now, but in the future, it's gonna be something special. Actually, can I get a fish? No! A fish! Yes! Ah, no! Something that never comes up is if you can carry a fish all the way to the village and give it to the guy who sold you the bottle, he'll give you a bunch of stuff. And yeah, no, that's a pit. I'm just walking over it. It's fine. I'm not the one who decided where Link's, object origin point is. Someone in Japan did, and they said it's okay, so I'm gonna do it. I think we're set on money for the game. I think that's really all you need. Unless I'm gonna buy a blue potion at some point. Probably gonna buy a blue potion at some point. Seems very likely. I hate doing Turtle Rock without some kind of magic potions because I'm terrible at fighting Trinex. I always forget basically that you can't just use the rod on the appropriate head. Like you have to use the rod and then hit it with a hammer or the sword. There we go, got that cool ice rod. A big fan of the ice rod. I did not like the, I was not a fan of the new rods they added to Link Between Worlds. Like, the Gale one was okay, and it did some kind of neat things for puzzles where you could boost yourself up onto a moving platform. I did not like the sand rod, though. Having an item that just doesn't do anything outside of one spot in the entire game is kind of eh. Alright. I'm gonna try this glitch once. Maybe twice. I know it's a thing. Oops. Or you can, like, oh, it just kind of cuts off there. Ah, almost had it. But, like, you can trick the game into thinking you can swim. Oh, not quite. Ah. No, okay. Well, I'll have to practice that at some point, since it's apparently really convenient. Guess I won't sequence break the game. I guess. Oh, here's that guy from the random hint earlier. Just don't pay any attention to this guy. That's fine. He's cool. It always looks like the Great Fairies have these kind of like terrifying noodly arms. And I do think this cave has a heart piece, maybe? Aha! That's right. Got the book so I can get in the dungeon. There we go. And I believe you can get one more in the Desert Palace on the ledge. We can get 7 hearts going into the next boss. Alright, Link has to say his prayers. I like how he just kind of crosses himself a bit. And that'll open the dungeon. The book isn't useful for a whole lot. It's more of a... I'm not a fan of it. It's more like a key than an item. Which I guess would make it a key item. And suddenly I feel slightly gross for even saying that. Amazingly, this is not a room in which you have to light torches or anything. It's also a room where, you know, solid stone is the same as sand, so there's that. Let's see what Salisrala has to say. Oh, get all the treasures. That's wonderful advice. Brilliance, as it were. Alright, so we gotta take this key. Get all the way over here. We don't go up because that's a trap. Like one of those Final Fantasy II trap rooms where you go in and there's just nothing but enemies and pain. Is that all Compass does? I guess this was before the time when it got you the, when it got you the treasure locations and keys as well. I guess that started in Link's Awakening. Okay, don't want to go that way. There's an exit from the dungeon itself, but it just drops you over a cliff. So not a good place to go. Kind of want to freeze someone, though. Get ice, dummy. Alright, so in here you get Power Glove. It's so bad. Else is getting iced. There we go. Ice Rod's been proving pretty useful. And in here is more fairies. I don't think I need them though. Let's get a heal. I like to keep a bottle open just in case something cool goes up. Just gotta be careful not to run off the ledge, but... There. Got a cool 7 hearts. Oh, it's another one where there's a key hidden in the pot. There it is. Don't you just hate it when the architecture comes to life and tries to kill you? That was kind of a thing on Super Nintendo, wasn't it? Like various bits of architecture coming to kill you. I remember very specifically the Demon Wall from Final Fantasy II/4. That boss was ridiculously hard. At least when I was, 10. It's always a fun topic. Like, what boss fights were so difficult that they are burned into your brain? Like, every game has at least one. Something that makes it very memorable. Demon Wall was certainly one of those in Final Fantasy II. For 3, it'd be Magimaster. I remember that's the first time I dealt with a boss that did something upon death. And in his case, it was, cast Ultima. Oh, you can ice them. Not enough magic to reliably ice all of them, though. Let's get some arrows. What would it be in this game? Oh, yeah, it's Trinix in this game, obviously. And that is the land all that's down. 2 pendants. It's Bloody Mary in Terranigma, that's for sure. I don't think I can remember any of the bosses from that game other than her. I'll save and quit again, go to Sanctuary. Alright, now I can do the Zora stuff. And I can get in here, too. Yep, I thought there was a piece of heart here, but I could just be hallucinating. Another case of too much randomizer poisoning my brain. Alrighty then. Now we got those 999 rupees. I'm tempted to just spend them all. You know what? Let's do it. Let's spend them all. I'm gonna buy a blue potion. And I'm gonna buy flippers. And I'm gonna use those flippers to get another bottle and buy another blue potion. If I remember to go get the other potion. Crabs are surprisingly powerful. Actually, does anybody know the origin of that crab rave meme? Like, I keep seeing it. Whenever anything happens, like, people just start posting big capital letter words with crab emojis. Making weird YouTube videos with CGI crabs dancing on a beach. Like, I don't know where all this came from. When it all started cropping up. Are up. Kings are up. Alright, so we get the flippers, let you swim, and we also get the right to use the whirlpool passageways. The main thing that you can do now that you have the flippers is check out this waterfall over here. Come in here. Will I throw something in? Sure. How about this? There's a proper Great Fairy. Alright, and I'm pretty sure there's another thing. I think you give the boomerang as well. You can get a super boomerang. Yep. These are the actual Great Fairies. Each of them have items that you can throw into the pond to get back better ones, and you can also throw in empty bottles to get potions, if I recall correctly. Do I want Sanctuary? I think I want Sanctuary. Let's heal up. Apple. There we go. Apples are practically hearts. What does this say? Don't enter Death Mountain without the king's permission. Ain't that always the way? You need Zelda's letter in Ocarina of Time to get up Death Mountain. But, you know, there's no king. I guess we can just go. You know, I don't think we need a golden power. I think I'm good there. This guy is very knowledgeable of wizardly plots. Come on. No! Get out of the way! Okay. So if you make it this far with the old man, you get the mirror. And you also get to start over here if you save and quit or die. And to heal us, tell us about the Moon Pearl. So the Dark World, it bends your shape into whatever best reflects your heart, or something like that. But if you have the Moon Pearl, you're fine. Problem: Moon Pearl is in the Tower of Hera. Which is up there. And unfortunately, there is no way to access it right now. Not physically, anyway. Not in this world. However, there is a way. Nice. So we have to get on top of Spectacle Rock. We're inside it right now. I'm gonna try to bomb jump this. Oh, nope, didn't work. Well, if you don't succeed, then you get fairies instead, so that's okay. Not very good at bomb jumping, but I guess I better get good. If I ever want to play randomizer myself. Also, another piece of heart up there. And it's not quite enough to get another full heart container. Alright, so no Moon Pearl and Link turns into a bunny. I guess he's gentle at heart. Like this spherical fellow. I wish I could just warp all these guys back with the mirror. Kind of sad that they just have to sit here forever kicking each other around. Alright, so Tower of Hera's there. And I'll show off something else that you can do with the Book of Mudora. It lets you read any of these Hylian script things. And it tells us that if we have the Master Sword, we can get the Ether Medallion. See if I can get one more heart piece. Might not be possible. I think you need... yeah. Gotta have the hammer. Oh well. Get this third Light World dungeon going. Tower of Hera has a basement, and it has a bunch of floors. Gotta remember to switch the crystal switches back so that you can go forth. And that's a good tip from Sasrala, being able to warp back to the start of the dungeon with the mirror. Just in case you get yourself stuck or lost. It's quite useful. Alright, so we're going to hit that, technically we're on the second floor, not the basement. But we're going to hit the rest of the first floor first, and then head straight up. And Link Between Worlds is kind of a cool dungeon where you use the hammer and some enemies to springboard yourself around. It's neat. Oh. Uh-oh. You are not protected in this version of the game. Well, that was slightly stupid, but here I am. Alright, so we gotta get our lamp out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big key. Oh, but it gotta be orange. Actually, no, you know what? It doesn't have to be orange. Who says it has to be orange? Oh, it has to be orange. The main gimmick in this dungeon is holes that knock you down to the previous floor. It's annoying, but that's about it. Generally speaking, you're not going to die from having to redo a room or two. If you keep it on blue, you can avoid a lot of this nonsense. So stepping on the stars kind of reverses the polarity of the pits in the room. Dungeon's evil master. Don't forget the moon pearl. Okay, dude, I won't. Let's see if we can get it right now. Nope. Oh no. Okay, well. That stunk. Let's just put that one under traps that nobody else falls for. Little surprised the ice rod didn't work on that. Alright, so we want blue here. And I'm going to change them to orange a little later. Right here. Oh, the big chest appears on the compass. That's good. Alright. I need a hole just kind of up here a bit. So, let's stand on this thing. That shifts the positions. And should give us a hole. There we go. Got the Moon Pearl, and now the only thing left is Moldorm. So here's yet another thing that was reused in Link's Awakening. It's the third boss here, but in Link's Awakening it's the first boss in the Tail Cave. And the gimmick's the same with both. Moldorm's not going to, actually kill you. He's just going to inconvenience you to death. Because every time you fall into a pit, you have to restart the fight next time you're up here. Only takes, I believe, 4 hits in Link's Awakening. Significantly more here. I'd like it if you would get out of the pit zone. There we go. Why, that's 3 pendants. 3 pendants and 9 hearts. I think now would be a good time to show off a little used passage in the game. There is actually a return to the village. And I don't know if I ever use it, or have ever used it. But it's got that lovely trap in it. So if you think you're going to be, quick and easy and convenient, that'll just happen over and over again. I think there's an item up there in the Dark World, though. That's probably why it really exists. Yes, a strange tree. Oh no, that's treasure chest game. That's not the that's not the Master Sword. Here it is. Nope. Not it. Friendly animals. Always a good sign. Heroes triumph on Cataclysm Eve. Yeah, I got that. Here we go. And that is the origin of the classic Master Sword theme. Got that wizard slaying sword. Alright, so next up is Aghanim. maybe to Sanctuary first. Oh, too late. Even with the power of save and quit, we are a second too late. And, rip old guy. Before we go, there is another bottle. Oops. Yeah, this is the right way. Under this bridge, just like, there's a guy. He's just there. Got a tent and he's taking a nap. He truly knows what it's like to be living in a van down by the river. And he's got a bottle. Somehow he knows, you know, that we're having a hard time. Even though he's just chilling under a bridge sleeping all day. I'm gonna get a red potion for this one. $256. That's a good number of colors. Alright, and with that, we're ready for the last Light World dungeon. Ooh. There's a heart piece here, right? I think there's a heart piece here. Oh yeah, that's right. So we got the Master Sword now. That's cool. And it shoots sword beams at full health. All's right with the world. Maybe there isn't one. Am I thinking of Link Between Worlds? Is that where they have the heart piece next to the castle? That must be. Maybe it's just in the Dark World. That upgraded shield blocks a lot more than arrows. You can hit fireballs as well. It's quite useful, but not necessary. So yeah, we need the Master Sword to take this thing out. There we go. And now it's time for Wizard Home Invasion. Got more powerful gold versions of enemies, so you know he's evil. And it seems that the Hyrule Castle map doesn't cover this. That's unfortunate. Oh, would have killed him to pay his power bill. Okay, that's a key. I think you can get something if you push this. Maybe it just opens the back door. Don't know that that's necessary. But, you know, if I see torches, I'm gonna light them. I have to. I've played too much Zelda in my life to leave torches unlit. Unless they're very obviously not useful. You know what? If he's gonna be like this, I'm gonna ice him. Get iced. Gotta play tennis with the wizard. Ooh. Into icing. Play this, I'm not immune to icing. I always want more. Icing, frosting, all that good stuff. Reminds me, have you seen those Max Stuff Oreos? Now that is a culinary monstrosity, and I kind of want to eat one. Not gonna lie, like Oreo stuff, I really like it. I don't know what it is. It's probably full of some sort of, you know, mind control drug. It gets a little health back. Whoa. Just going to ignore them. Hopefully they don't drop a key. I don't think they do. Oh, I see. So if you're red, then you are immune to ice. I guess because you're made of fire. Guess. I mean, it doesn't do Trinex a lot of good. Da-da-da. Well, yep, game over. You know, Return of Ganon. That's fine. Zelda is, she's not dead. She's just in one of those whack crystal prisons. Alright. We gotta fight the Wizard Aghanim, who is the first of the Energy Ball Tennis bosses in Zelda. Oh, this is kind of the best luck I've ever got on Aghanim. 3 in a row without a blue? That's bad, that's great. 4 in a row? What? Okay, and then the 5th is the lightning bolt. We just avoid that. Alright, let's see. Is this going to be the dream Aghanim fight? No, there we go. There's a blue. Wow. Guess RNG just favors me today. Evil power. Alright, so now the gate to Hyrule Castle, if you walk through it, transports you here. And Sazera's basically telling us, you know, you gotta do 7 dungeons, and that'll unlock the final dungeon. This game has a lot of dungeons. So, very content-packed. I like it a lot. Alright. So you basically have to do Palace of Darkness first, but after that, things get a little more fluid, depending on what you want to do. The real gatekeeper is the hammer. Once you have the hammer, you can do a bunch of other things. So, it is... This is actually... That's probably a good stopping point, but let me just get the... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so 10 hearts, starting the Dark World. We'll do that next time. We'll get some dinner now and see what sort of plans the evening may hold. Or not hold. You might see me later. It depends. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you next time.